When thinking of financial modeling, many of us will think of terms like forecast, cash flow, or hypothetical outcome. That's not wrong, but we simply see it as a tool to display possible solutions to a real-world financial problem. A financial model has some basic features, including being structured, being dynamic. It uses relationships between several variables, and most of them show forecasts data for the future and contain scenarios. In this video, we are going to learn 5 most common types of financial modeling. Let's go. Project finance models are generally associated with loans and debt repayment, because projects that use this model are primarily long-term and large-scale, like infrastructure projects or development projects. It is used to present to lenders whether the project can produce enough cash to service the debt. Metrics such as debt service cover ratio, DSCR, which is EBITDA divided by the sum of interest and principal, can be used to measure the risk of the project, which may affect the interest rate offered by the lender. Mainly at the beginning of the project, the lender and borrower will set metrics like DSCR as a threshold to ensure it stays within a certain number. Three-way financial models are probably the most common and well-known financial models, which also lay a foundation for most of the other types of models. It includes cash flow statements, balance sheets, and income statement, which is also known as profit and loss statements. Three-way financial models have a more profound name, integrated financial statement model. It is because all 3 statements are linked together in this type of model, so when one of the statements changes, the other will change as well, especially for the balance sheet, which requires the other 2 as the input to calculate. Price is the major input for a pricing model, and the output would be the profitability of different scenario cases. It uses tools like income statements but can also only include variables like COGS, price, and net sales, and use price elasticity to model out the possible quantity when price changes. A few high-level formulas that you will use a lot in a pricing model include revenue equal to unit multiple by price. Revenue minus expenses equals profit. And price elasticity of demand is equal to the percentage change in quantity divided by the percentage change in price. A pricing model could go from multiple-tab complex modeling involving millions of rows of data to a simple one-tab calculation. When the structure is in place, we can perform sensitivity analysis using goal-seek or data table, which are some Excel built-in functions that we will learn about in a later section. Valuation models require a much higher level of specialized knowledge to build. If you are a modeler, you will probably complete the task with some subject matter expert. But we can still at least know what type of valuation financial models are out there. Some common types of valuation models include mergers and acquisitions, which simulate the effect of 2 companies merging or one company acquiring the other. It is normally undertaken in a tightly controlled environment. This project moves quickly because the time frame is short. It often requires the modelers to work for a concentrated period to achieve a complex and detailed model. Then it has leveraged buyout model, which is built to facilitate the purchase of a company or asset with large amounts of debt to finance the deal. The entity acquiring the target company or asset usually finances the deal with some equity and uses the target's assets as security, just like how home loan mortgages work. And there are discounted cash flow, DCF, models used to calculate the cash expected to be received from the business or asset a company is considering purchasing, and then discount the cash flow back into today's dollar to see whether the opportunity is worthy. In simple words, $1 received today is worth more than $1 in future years. That's why companies use it to measure the future possible value, which is the time value of money. Lastly, we are going to talk about reporting models. All of the models we talked before are about predicting the future value of certain measures, but reporting model is only about the past. It could look the same as a three-way financial model or a discounted cash flow statement, but the difference is that it used historical data as the input. A lot of time, we used a reporting model to create an actual versus forecast report. Let's say we created a project forecast model a year ago, and we can now use a reporting model to calculate the exact same metrics using the data we collected in the past year, then compare it with the numbers that we calculated a year before to analyze the performance. It could also transform into any other type of model to predict the performance for next year. By understanding these 5 types of financial models, you can gain a better understanding of how financial modeling is used in different contexts and how to build models to support various financial decisions. Visit our website to find out more analytics resources. Thank you for watching.